Hey there, welcome back to the At Home Dad YouTube channel. If any of you know me well at all, you know that I love pasta, and the only thing I love more than pasta is probably Cajun food. So today, we're going to merge those two together and we're going to make a shrimp and sausage Cajun pasta. Absolutely fantastic, creamy, slightly spicy, fantastic meal. So sit back, hit that subscribe button, let's dive right in. Alright friends, so over on the counter we have a pretty simple list of ingredients today, and everything on the counter is exactly what it looks like with these very simple ingredients. So we're going to start with 3 tablespoons of butter. This is salted butter that is divided into individual tablespoons because we're going to use this separately. I'm going to use 12 ounces of heavy cream, 4 ounces of grated Parmesan cheese. I've got 3 tablespoons of Creole Spice, and this is the same Creole Spice that we use in our etouffee, our gumbo, our jambalaya, and all the other Cajun recipes that we use. The recipe is going to be in the link below, or be sure to check out those videos. I've got 1 pound of 1620 jumbo shrimp. These are peeled and deveined with the tails off. I have 1 medium yellow onion, 1 medium red bell pepper, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 stalks of celery, 12 ounces of Andouille sausage, and 1 pound of pasta. I'm going to be using rigatoni, but penne is also nice if you happen to have that at home. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I went ahead and put on the pasta water. You want to make that nice and salty to taste like the ocean. So let's get to cutting up some of these veggies and sausage. I'm going to dice all of these vegetables, cut the sausage into small circles, and then I'm going to mince the garlic. We're going to set all these things aside and wait till we add them back to the pot. While we wait for our large pot to heat up, I've got my shrimp and my Creole Spice here, and I'm just going to take about half the Creole Spice and coat the shrimp with it. We're going to hold on to the rest to season the sauce with here in a little bit, but this is going to give us a base layer and a nice seasoning on our shrimp. Also, I'm going to go ahead and add in about 2 tablespoons of oil to the pan, and then 1 of the tablespoons of butter. Once you see our butter starting to get foamy, we're going to go ahead and add in the shrimp. This means that the pan's nice and warm, and we're going to spread the shrimp out so that it's level and not stacked on top of each other. We're going to let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and then we're going to pull it out. It should be mostly cooked by then, if not fully. After the shrimp are out, we're going to go and drop in the sausage. Again, we want to flatten these out into the pan so they get good contact as much as possible, but it might not be possible. You want to get good color on these, and then, more importantly, it's going to bring some of the fat and flavor out of the sausage and into the oil and butter that's already in the pan. It's also going to develop nice color on the bottom of the pan, which is the flavor and oils from the sausage starting to color up. Then, the veggies, as they start to cook, we'll go ahead and take that out. We're going to cook these veggies nice and slowly until they're fully tender. Now that the veggies are soft and translucent, I'm going to go and add in the garlic. The garlic doesn't take very long to cook, but again, we just need to cook it until it's soft and translucent. So I am going to add just a touch more oil because mine's looking a little dry here, and then we're going to get it going. We're looking at probably 1 minute or so for this garlic to cook in, and then we'll move on to adding the spice. Once your garlic's mostly fully cooked, we're going to go and add in the rest of the Creole Spice. This is quite a bit, and this is going to get very fragrant very fast, so go ahead and grab your cream and have it handy. Once your Creole Spice is in for about 30 seconds or so, we're going to go ahead and add in the 12 ounces of heavy cream. As you can see, I'm just kind of pouring because if you end up with a little bit more or a little bit less, you can always adjust this here in a minute. Now that this is in here, this is going to start to form our base sauce. As you can see, all of these flavors are going to go right into the cream, and that's going to be the color that gets that rich Creole color to the cream sauce. Make sure we give this a stir, and if there's anything that we need to lift off the bottom of the pot, let's go ahead and do this. We want to let this cream simmer for about 3 minutes or so. Once your cream sauce is simmered for a few minutes, I'm going to go and add in the Parmesan. I'm actually only going to add in about half of this Parmesan because this is going to thicken the sauce up quite a bit. Keep in mind you can always add a little bit more cream or some of your pasta water back to this mix if you ever need to thin it out a little bit to your preference. Once all this stuff's in here, this is going to thicken up quite a bit once it takes away the moisture by coating everything. But once your Parmesan's in, I'm gonna go and add the sausage back in and the shrimp. Now we're just waiting on the pasta itself. We're gonna let this sit here and hang out for just a minute while our pasta finishes cooking. So now that our pasta is fully cooked, I'm just gonna simply dump our pasta right into the sauce. Now we get to stir everything together. If this is a little thick for you, you can always add the mentioned cream or pasta water to it. If you need richness, I would recommend cream. If you're simply just trying to stretch this sauce to get it to where it coats everything well, I would recommend pasta water. Personally, I think this is about the right amount of sauce for me. Now that I've got everything mixed together, this looks fantastic. Here's a good chance to taste it and see if there's anything else you want to add. Myself, I'm going to go ahead and add this totally optional half a bunch of parsley to this. So I do have this coarsely chopped because I like coarsely chopped parsley in pasta. And I'm going to go ahead and give this one final stir, and then we're ready to plate it up. So as we put this over into the bowl, you can see this rich, creamy, hearty pasta. It's got the refreshing parsley and the creamy, bold nature of the sauce and the cheese. I'm gonna top this with just a little bit more parsley and Parmesan, and then we are good to go. This looks fantastic. I'm gonna go and grab a bite, trying to get a little bit of everything in here and see exactly how this turned out. Just as we suspect, this is a real winner. We have the juicy plump shrimp in there, the slightly spiced sausage, the well-rounded cream sauce that ties everything together, a little bit of veggies, and the parsley that just brightens it all up and makes it refreshing. It also has that subtle spice from the Creole, which is really nice. Alright, well that wraps us up on how to make shrimp and andouille Cajun pasta. Comment below and let me know how yours turns out and what you like to eat in your pasta. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.